let's talk about funnel-style introductions. Okay, we've done our academic research. We've annotated the parts we're going to use in our essay. We have our 3 discussion points and 1 counterpoint on our fishbone diagram. And now we're ready to craft our amazing funnel-style introduction. Academic essay introductions are different than the style that you learned in high school or for IELTS or other English prep tests. A funnel-style introduction starts with a broad declarative statement and then gradually narrows down to a specific thesis statement. This structure helps to get the reader's attention and build anticipation for the rest of the essay. You probably learned to open an introduction with a hook or an interesting question. In academic English, we don't use questions in our essays. We use declarative sentences instead. For example, how can climate change be mitigated to protect the environment and ensure a sustainable future? We simply change it to make an interesting statement instead, like, climate change mitigation is crucial for environmental protection and the establishment of a sustainable future. Let's try another one. Hook style might be, what are the advantages and disadvantages of globalization on local economies? A declarative statement style would be something like, globalization has both positive and negative impacts on local economies that should be carefully considered. How about this one? Hook style might be, how does cultural diversity contribute to societal enrichment and progress? Declarative statement style could look like, cultural diversity plays a pivotal role in fostering societal enrichment and progress. If we take our sample research question, which is, what is the best house pet and why? Through our research, we decided to prove that dogs make better house pets than cats. Our first sentence could be a declarative statement like, dogs make better pets than cats. Our rule of 3 points to discuss are sociability, trainability, and defensibility. Our opening declarative statement in our funnel-style introduction could be something simple like, research has shown that dogs are considered better pets than cats for several reasons. Once we get used to writing these, we could write something in more academic language like, numerous studies have consistently shown that dogs are more popular than cats as household pets, with a statistically significant majority of people indicating a preference for dogs over cats. Notice that our opening sentence is not a question, it doesn't use any I language or pronouns, and it sets up an interesting objective point of view in academic language, indicating that facts will follow for proof of our opinion. After your broad declarative statement introducing your topic and stance, you want to narrow down and introduce your rule of 3 ideas. In our case, we're discussing sociability, trainability, and defensibility. The next part of our introduction might go like this. Firstly, dogs are known to be highly sociable animals, forming strong bonds with their owners and being capable of understanding and responding to human emotions. Secondly, they are more trainable than cats, with research demonstrating that dogs can learn a wide range of commands and behaviors that can be useful in various contexts. Finally, dogs are naturally protective of their owners, with studies revealing that they can act as effective guard dogs and protect their homes and families from potential threats. Notice that these ideas are not presented as personal opinion, they are presented as research-proven facts. As you read more and more academic material, you'll see that research tries to be fair and unbiased. Academic research isn't about being 100% correct, and researchers always mention other research that says the opposite. For example, maybe for this essay, we found research that says most people like other types of animals like cats, rats, pigs, or others. We'll need to admit it, but not make a big deal about it, and then later in the essay, we'll say why this opposite opinion is wrong. For our essay, we're going to give a short teaser to indicate that we do have a counter-argument. While there is some research indicating a preference for other animals as pets, and we're going to use it just before our knockout punch thesis statement. While there's a separate video on strong thesis statements, The final sentence in a funnel-style introduction is a strong statement stating the main argument of your essay. For our essay, we want to say that most people prefer dogs over cats as house pets, but we need to say it in academic language. And you'll remember our counter-argument lead-in. Notice the language we use to stress our stance in our thesis statement. The majority of evidence from decades of studies overwhelmingly supports the perspective that dogs are more favored as domestic companions than cats. It's important to say at this point in academics, you don't need to say, this essay will discuss, or this essay compares. Your professor reads thousands and thousands of essays and knows what you're going to do. You don't need to tell them. Just make your strong thesis statement by itself. Your professor reads all kinds of essays, some brilliant, but most that are really hard to follow. With your funnel-style introduction, you have given the reader a GPS of what your essay topic is, what your stance is. You've used the rule of 3 to state clear, researched points, admitted a limitation that will be discussed, and you've said it all according to the rules of academic writing. Using your rule of 3, you can now move on to organized teal-style paragraphs. Using your fishbone diagram with the citations for the evidence you're going to present, your essay will be faster to write. Having a funnel-style introduction makes a difference for that tired-eyed professor who has 100 essays to read, and your great formatting may get you some great marks. Have a look at your completed funnel-style introduction. We've taken a simple topic, some research, and an easy-to-remember structure, added some upgraded academic language, and we have an amazing introduction. Whether you're writing an essay assignment or on an exam, this formula is so easy to remember, and it's an easy layout for the rest of your essay. Speaking of the rest of the essay, now on to your teal-style paragraphs to continue this winning essay writing formula.